Hey, good evening. Good evening. This is Christine Horn, and welcome to The Push. Turn your speakers up. If you are scrolling, stop scrolling. Man, it is pouring here in Atlanta. The weather's not, it's not too cold, but it is like pouring. So let's hope and pray. Let me start my stopwatch here so I don't go over time. Hopefully we don't lose power. That would be good. My laptop is powered up, but the lights may go out. So if that happens, hey, it happens. But I want to welcome you to The Push. This is my first time. If you're watching this, then this is really special because this is my first time using Facebook Live, and I had a ton of some tech issues, but hopefully by next week's episode they will be worked out. But I am here. I'm so glad to have you here. Please leave a comment and I will look over here to the right and see if I see any. But Happy New Year. And I'm excited about 2017. I've been seeing a lot of posts about how rough 2016 was for a lot of people, and my goal is to assist you in any way in making 2017 a better year for you. Today, what I want to talk about, if you hear a weird sound, that is my puppy Prince is literally at my feet, so hopefully he doesn't bark. But what I want to go over today is 3 ways to take the shame out of starting over. 3 ways to take the shame out of starting over. You know, if for those of you who have not, who don't know me, and if this is your first time seeing me, let me just make sure everything's good here. My name is Christine Horn. I'm a visionary life coach. I'm also a professional actress, and I coach actors from time to time. And I am the queen of starting over, the queen of having tons of ideas. And a lot of times that can be looked at in a negative way. Like, oh, there she go again, or there he go again, starting over. And it's like, yeah, and? So I really want to, I want you to know that I have a lot of experience with starting over and also succeeding and learning from past mistakes and learning from things that have not always worked out well. And please let me know if you can't hear me for some reason. Please let me know. But my mic is on, I believe. Let me just check. Yes, it says yes. So I want to just talk about that briefly. I decided to do this show, The Push, to go along with every Wednesday I do a show on YouTube, on my channel, my YouTube channel, which is Coach Christine Horn. And, let me go ahead and put that in the box here in the comments. So if you want to subscribe there and check that out, you can. There we go. And I was trying to find a way to just really make sure I can keep giving back and keep inspiring my community. My goal is to help you see it. That's why I called the show The Push. And when I came up with it, I was talking to my husband. I said, does this sound like, what does that sound like to you? Because for me, it was like pushing out an idea, and it almost feels like giving birth at some point, right? Like, and it is. We are filled with ideas and things that are inside of us that are growing daily, ideas that we just need to give some attention to, some time, to some energy toward. And so I want to help you see it. I want to help you believe it. I want to help you to plan it, and then I want to help you to achieve it. Because what I believe is being motivated is not enough. We can all go to listen to a motivational speech tomorrow and be motivated and pumped up, and then we get home and then we lose some of that motivation, and then nothing happens. Then we're back to doing what we've been doing, which is nothing, or procrastinating, or doing it really half-assed, right? So that's what I'm here. I'm here to push you, because if it wasn't for my mentors and my coaches and my family and my support system pushing me, I would not be where I am today. So I want to dive into the content, but I wanted to give you a little background on why The Push is here. And I want you to tune in every Monday I'll be here live on Facebook at 7 p.m. So to take your questions, I know this is the first one, so it's a little light, but you can still tag, if you're watching a replay of this later, please tag me, Christine Horn, and I'll answer your question. And if I don't get to answer it on that thread, I'll answer it in a future video. How about that? I'll give you a shout out. So, all right, 3 ways to take the shame out of starting over. My first tip is realize that everybody's done it. Everyone has started over. They may not tell you that they've started over. You may not have seen them start over, but they have started over, right? So you may see people now, you may see their success, whether it's in business or whether it's in weight loss or relationships for that matter. And you may see what is the end result. So you see them online and you Facebook stalk them, or you see them on Instagram and you're like, wow, their life is amazing. If I would have stuck with this, maybe I would have had blank. But I don't want you to be delusional and to think that those people, the people that you admire, the people that you see pushing, I don't want you to think that they have not also started over at some point. They have probably stumbled along the way, fallen down, failed a little bit, but the key is that they got back up. The key is getting back up. So when you realize that everyone else has done it, everyone else has fallen at some point, and just know that you haven't seen them through the entire journey, it'll remind you that you are not this one, as one of my old coaches used to say, one special snowflake and nothing, can happen. It's okay. I think what I really want you to understand is starting over is okay. A friend of mine, Karen Cisse, shout out to Karen Cisse. She's an actress friend of mine, and today she posted on Facebook, like she's a gym rat, and she posted this little note on her Facebook page about, to all the gym rats out there, I know it's the first, day of the new year, and this is the first day at the gym for a lot of people, and just remember how it was when you first started, right? And that struggle and what it feels like. So the fact that you're still here at the gym is a testimony to showing back up and pushing through. And it's the same way with whatever it is that your goal is. It's whether it's losing weight, whether it's starting a business, whether it's getting in a new relationship, doesn't matter. You can get back up if you choose to get back up. Okay, so that's my first step for you. My second tip for you is to set a smaller goal. I believe in small successes. I believe in celebrating small successes along the way. So a lot of times you're like, I want to do this. Like one of my girlfriends was at my house yesterday, Jamie. Hey, Jamie. And she was like, I have these dreams that are so big. But it's like, okay, but where do I start? And so many of my clients, when I'm coaching, that is the issue. It's, Christine, I know what I want. When I first became a coach, well, I started as a health coach years ago, and then I really found out that I really loved just doing the coaching, the digging deep piece with my clients. And for a while, I helped people find their purpose, find their passion. But I also realized that wasn't my sweetest spot. My sweetest spot was once you figure out what it is that you want to do, it's breaking down how you can make it happen. It's breaking down the steps, and so that you can actually achieve your goal. And that's my specialty. That's what I help people with. I consider myself a follow-through coach. I help you follow through all the way. And what I think a big thing that happens when you don't achieve a goal that you set, or a New Year's resolution or whatever, is because sometimes the goal was too big and you didn't do the work to work your way back, right? And this is something I do in a lot of my master classes, is help you work your way back to what you can do immediately. So when you start to set smaller goals, so if the goal is to, I don't know, let's just say the goal is to write a book. Well, what's a smaller goal? Like what can we start with? Can we start with the idea? Can we start with a blog post? Can we start with showing up to write 5 sentences a day. Like, what can we do so that it's just not, I want to write a book. Oh, I ain't got no time to write a book. When am I going to write a book? What am I going to write about? I don't know, right? You keep going through all these things and you don't realize that there's some other things you can do. And so when you set smaller goals, you have a higher chance of achieving the smaller goal first. And when you celebrate the small goal, I don't care if it's just like, woo, I wrote 5 sentences today for my new book. And then you celebrate that. And when you celebrate it to the fullest, you're going to want to feel that feeling again. It's just natural. You want to feel the feeling again, right? And if you keep showing up, you keep showing up, you keep showing up, now all of a sudden you've written a book. But you have to start setting smaller goals so that you can see the success. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big. I'm the queen of that. But you have to figure out what you can do along the way so that you're achieving the mental status that you want to achieve. So you don't feel like you're driving yourself insane by this goal that feels like a mountain that you will never be able to climb. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, please leave a question. Type a comment, please. Let me just check over here. All right, cool. Please don't be afraid to ask me a question. I know I'm talking. I have one more tip to share with you, and I'm going to let you go. My goal is to do this for maybe 15 minutes because I know we're all busy, and it's Monday. It's the first day of the week, but I know it's the first Monday of 2017, and I wanted to make sure I got in touch with you today, right? Because this is the time you're doing all this brainstorming. You're doing all this dreaming, right? So my third tip, and before I give you the third tip, I do want to bring your attention to a free gift I have for you. The link is in the description of this video. I have a new free ebook, totally free, no catches, no twists and turns. It's called Get Unstuck in 2017, and I give you 5 ways to really make sure you're not stuck going into this new year. So if you felt like you have been stagnant in 2016, if you felt like you were become the queen or the king of procrastination in 2016, if you know there are things that you know you like, I'm sick of not following through, but I don't know where to start, I want you to download this ebook. It's a quick read. I think it's like 20 something pages. You can digest it quickly and try to implement some of the steps that I give you. So the link is there. It's 5waystogetunstuck.com. Again, that's 5waystogetunstuck.com. But the link is in the description. You can get it absolutely free right now. And yes, so you know, I mainly 98% of my clients are women. And but I do have a few male clients, so don't be like, oh, she's just talking to the ladies. I can't relate. Goals are goals, dreams are dreams. You know, that's just universal. So get your free gift. Don't miss out on that. And don't, you know, you feel free to ask me a question. I'm here. No one's asked me a question. And that's fine. It's fine. I'll be good. I'm just joking. All right, let me dive into this third tip so I can let you go on this Monday night, this rainy Monday night in Atlanta. My third tip for taking the shame out of starting over is decide that quitting is not an option. Quitting is not an option. You have to decide. I love that line in that Jay-Z song. Don't get me to don't ask me what that song is, but you know the one he's like, I will not lose. Maybe somebody can help me out with the title, but you know what I'm talking about. You have to decide that quitting is not an option. So what I'm saying is, yeah, you might slack off a week, 2, 3, a month. You may get tired. You may just be dealing with the kids. You may be drained at work. You may just feel like, what's the point? I want you to know, I want you to hear me, I want you to see me and know that that's natural, number one. We all have highs and lows, and we all have days where we're super motivated, super pumped, and we have days like, I can barely get out of bed. I have so much to do. But I want you to decide that you will not quit. So what does that mean? That means, okay, I didn't go to the gym 5 days in a row, but I'm going tomorrow. That's it. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. When you just start making decisions, you know, we take that word really lightly, but just to decide to really say, this is what I'm going to do no matter what, that's powerful. Because right now, a lot of you are like, I'm going to do it maybe. It'll be nice if one day, you know, But no, if I say I decide, I have decided. I don't say that sentence often because anytime one of my friends or my husband hears me say, okay, I decided on something, he's like, uh-oh. Like, okay, Christine, once you decided, we know it's a wrap. So I want you to decide that you will not quit, that quitting is not an option. And I guarantee you will start to see results. I guarantee it starts to take the power of the shame away. If you've never read, do I have it here? Daring Greatly by Dr. Brene Brown. I love that book. You've probably seen her on Oprah on Super Soul Sunday, but she has studied shame, and she talks a lot about just once you take it, once you admit what happened, once you say, you know, I made this mistake in the past, or I said I was going to start this business and it failed, and I'm ashamed of that. But you know what? I'm going to pick myself back up and I'm going to start again. I'm going to do something different that's more in alignment with what I really want to do. It takes the shame out of it, right? No one can be like, oh, remember that thing you failed at? Remember you made that mistake? It's like, yeah, I did make a mistake. And guess what I learned? I learned this from it. And this is what I'm going to do now. I've had so many business ideas. I have, you know, I talk very openly about losing it all. And if you're not familiar with me, please come to my website, christinehorn.com. Read more about my story. I'm not going to go into that now because I want to wrap up. But understand that when you take the shame and acknowledge it, like, you know what, I'm ashamed of this. Like, I always ask my clients, what would you be afraid for people to find out? What would you be afraid for people to find out? And then once you realize it, admit it, you take the power away from it. So don't let anybody make you feel bad about starting over, because guess what? You're starting. You're trying. What are they doing? This is your life. This is your vision. No one else can have your vision but you. So don't expect people to understand to the degree that you want them to. You can share, but they will not fully understand. Your vision is for you. If you made mistakes, I don't care. We all make mistakes. We all fall down. But when you decide that quitting is not an option, when you set smaller goals so that you can have smaller successes and more success stories, and then when you realize that everyone has done it, everyone has fallen down at some point, that takes the power away from the shame. So I hope that helps you. I want you to get the free gift. I appreciate everybody who's giving me thumbs up and hearts. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. But this is the push. I'm here to push you. I want you to see it, believe it, plan it, and achieve it. So tune in with me. If you're not, come to my page, hit like, join the Facebook group. What else? On YouTube, I do a show on Wednesdays. But this is my opportunity to be able to connect with you live. So hopefully next time as we keep going, I can actually hear from you directly, put your questions in. And like I said, if you're watching this on the replay, I will respond to you at a later date. I'm so grateful for you. I'm grateful to share this time with you. I wish you all the best for 2017. This is my purpose. And, you know, acting is a talent, but I feel like this right here is my purpose. And I'm honored to be able to share it and to inspire you in any way that I can possibly can. All right, I'm Christine Horn, your visionary life coach.